Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, we're going to play another speedrun game. I wasn't going to play another one tonight, but I kind of got bored and thought we would do another one. So, see what we come up with here. I don't know if I'm going to release this tonight or I'll wait till in the morning or what exactly I'm going to do, but we're going to do another speedrun game and see how it goes. I'll figure the rest out later. I'll tell you something cool I like about Lichess is these little articles here. Like you load it up and it's got these little articles telling you, little things, little tips and tricks from GMs or whatever. Alright, we got a 705 here. Let's play the Caro and see what we come up with. Okay. So we end up with the early queen development here, which seems to be fairly standard practice here at these levels. This pawn is fine. It's not under any kind of a threat. Now, the thing here is if I do this, I lose this pawn. So we'll develop this, block that bishop. That's still defended by the queen. But now let's pay attention here to undefended pieces. This is undefended. Wow. Alright, so let's go ahead and develop that. Develop a piece, hit the center. And I'll probably push e5 after that. Defended twice, attacked twice. He can't take it. So let's develop the other pawn, take the center. So now, he's just miscounted attackers and defenders. That's just a full queen. I mean, a full queen. Oh, man. I kind of like developing here and pressuring that pawn. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Probably isn't the best. Now, he can defend his rook with this move here. Good find. Good find. Now, that's defended. So, I mean, you could take that, but wouldn't be the best move I've ever seen. But I guess, at this point, as much material as you're down, Alright, I have this threatening a fork and also threatening the bishop. So let's go ahead and jump in here. We'll hit this guy and threaten this fork. It's a good move. That's a good move. So let's I don't want to block any of my development. I have that pressure in this, keeping him from being able to develop easily. I also have that. If he takes, you pressure here, and then you're threatening that fork. So this, putting pressure here. If he takes, I slide over. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. It does lose a pawn, I guess. But I spit all over myself. We're developing. So, yeah, let's take like this and keep the threat of that fork alive. This is also hit. That's a threat. This stops both of those. Nice. All right, so that... Let's go ahead and play this. He's got that. You got this. But then you get forked. So this game, you know, the guy... All right, so you developed your queen way too early. And, you know, when I've been doing this, I've been saying, you know, undefended pieces, etc. The thing that really lost the game for him was taking that pawn. Let's go ahead and take the rook. And he took the pawn and lost his queen. So I guess it wasn't necessarily an undefended piece, but a miscounting of attackers and defenders. But the problem wouldn't have arose if he hadn't, you know, developed his queen so early. So now this comes with a check. So let's go ahead. We'll play that. He can block, but then he gets mated. I think that's mate, yeah, because you can't go there for the bishop. Queen, queen, queen. Bishop blocks, so he plays that and he gets mated. But, you know, again... You know, what do you see when you look at these games? People are developing their queen too early, threatening nothing, you know, and F-pawn pushes, undefended pieces, that kind of thing. This is just, you know, it's low elo chess. And, you know, here you get a king's pawn, and this is the way you should start a game. I mean, this is solid. I play the Caro, and he plays this, and it's already, if you look at the evaluation, yeah, he's lost his advantage. So you start with a plus 0.2 advantage, plus 0.3 because they don't like the Caro. They say take the center, but instead he does this, loses his whole advantage. I go ahead and just play the Caro. We take, and I have a little bit of an advantage. I have two central pawns, and he has none. He plays check. We go ahead and develop, and then he completely undevelops. I mean, that's not great. So I develop another piece. So now I've got two pieces in the game. And the problem with developing the queen so early. For example, if you play this and you pin my knight, I can make that trade. That's not a big deal. You know, a knight for a bishop, that's not, you know what I mean? I mean, at kind of a higher level, you know, like when you're playing, you know, Grandmaster or something like that, they're going to value the bishop more than the knight. But it's not the end of the world to make this trade. In some cases, like the Caro, I want to play here and trade the bishop for the knight so that I have control of the center. It's just what you do, right? But when you play with the queen out like this guy can't trade for anything except the queen. So anything that hits him, he has to retreat. So you want to kind of hold off on bringing him out. So he does this. I take the full center, and again, look at the evaluation. It's minus 1.8 here. So, well, minus 2. It's bouncing around, but we're at minus 2. I have two knights out and two pawns in the center. I have the full uncontested center and two knights out, you know. And then he just loses the game. I mean, this is a catastrophe. And then I play the check, develops, I pick up the pawn. And I play this. It's not the most accurate move. I should have taken that pawn. Ooh, they like... Yeah, okay, this is a good move. And I understand why. But, as I have said in every game, we're not here to push the F-pawn, man. We're not here to push the F-pawn. If he wants to trade, we'll trade. And then here, I have a mate in 1 and miss it. I have a blind spot for these mate in 1 in the center of the board. But I do go ahead, win the rook. And then here it's, you know, that's that. So let's see if we could get another game in really fast. I would like to try to hurry and get to, you know, 900, 1,000, you know, that area. I think it's instructive to see those games more than watching people hang their pieces. And it's, you know, look, when you get to 900 or 1,000, I mean, these guys aren't going to win the state championship at that level, but these are fairly solid opponents, you know. 1,000 ELO is a big milestone. It's a big milestone. I remember I seen the other day, it was, I think, December the 4th, and I got a notification on my Facebook, and it said that I had shared a thing saying I had broken 1,000 ELO. Like, it was a big deal for me, man. And I just hit 1,000 2 years ago, which I guess you could make the argument that if I hit 1,000 2 years ago, what am I doing at 1,500? But, you know, whatever. But it's, anyway, the point is, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, you know. And I would like to try to start inching closer to that range. And I am interested to see how far we could go with this. I'm going to push this thing as far as we can push it, you know. We'll speed run our way up as far as we can, and then once we get into some serious competition and I start losing some games, you know, it'd be cool to see, you know, how far we can go. Can we make 1,800 on Lichess? It's taking its time finding a game. That is one thing that I've noticed about Lichess is it's pretty slow trying to find a game. Chess.com is almost instant, but on here it's fairly slow going. Alright, I'll pause the recording and then we'll add a little cut and I'll come back with the next game. Alright, here we go. Welcome back. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. So, King's Pawn, and we're going to try to get a Ruy Lopez. 687. Alright, Ruy Lopez. Now, I was talking about this in the last video. This is what I want to play because I get to castle. Now, this guy is following opening principles. This is good. You know, we're on move 3, so, I mean, he still has time to do something wild. Okay. This is fine. This is fine stuff here. Now, this pawn is hit. Now, this is the thing. If I take this, and he goes here, he's double attacking that, but it's defended by the rook. So let's go ahead and take that. What is this? So if I play this, I'm threatening to win the queen with that move. So let's go ahead, we'll take that. Knock out that bishop. So he's just down a piece now. Now he could castle now. It's not a bad move. If he takes and I play here and he does this, do I have anything? F-pawn pushes, guys. F-pawn pushes. Check. You can't play that or I take. Now, that's hit, so I have to be conscious of this move. If he takes this, I lose a rook. So let's say check. What if he goes over, he gets checkmated? If he comes up, he gets checkmated. So, play check, he pushes. I take, he takes. I take that with check. Yeah, let's go ahead and start here. This is hanging and this is hanging. But I could take here. If he takes, it's going to be a trade of... I'll win an exchange. And then I'll find a way to defend this. Or this, sorry. So, I have a discovered check. If I play this, he does have that. But then again, that's mate. Check. If he goes here, that's mate. I don't know that you have a way to stop mate here. Oh, you could play that. Yeah. And then that, supported by the knight, is checkmate. And again, same thing. F-pawn pushes. This guy started so well. This is fine. This is fine right here. He's got more pieces in the game than I do. I take, he plays that. Okay, look, I understand what you're doing. He's creating a threat. That's fine. But he pre-moved that, I think. So now you're down a bishop. Okay. He plays that, and then that's... Look, let's look at the analysis. Let's start over. So this is perfectly fine. Rui Lopez. Okay. Not the best move, but it's fine. Okay. Brings a knight out. That's fine. I take. He plays that. And now it's, you see the evaluation. You're not castling. He should have castled here. Look, if he castles, he fell for the center fork trick. Whatever. But you could castle. Let me take, bring that out. I have to drop the knight back. You get some tempo, something like that. But this move here, you're moving the same piece twice in the opening, which is a little bit more of an advanced concept, but because you shouldn't be doing that. But here, you allow me to push this. And I think he pre-moved this. Drops the bishop, and then look at the evaluation. Right? Just absolutely awful. I play here, pushes, takes. He plays over. Oh, you could just take the... Oof. Just take the pawn, yeah. But I played check. He stepped over and walked right into a mate here. His best attempt, I guess, is this. Takes. If he takes that, here, that's a discovery with a mate. Yeah, so he was cooked. But you see, again, doing fine. That ain't great, but it's not the worst that we've seen. I play this. The pre-move just gets you here. And then the game, I mean, look, you're it's +5, +15. Absolutely catastrophic. Just don't push your F-pawn, guys. Just don't push the F-pawn. Like if you watch like Chess Boot Camp, this guy's got his the Freddy Krueger repertoire where he just pushes the F-pawn constantly, and it drives me crazy. Like I watch and I'm just like, Jesus. He plays the Russo Gambit, and oh man, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Look, he's 1500, he still wins games, but it's just, oh God, I don't know why you subject yourself to that. Just from this position, man, like here. Takes, you could take that pawn, go ahead, and then I get a little compensation pushing my pawn, my D pawn, whatever. But here, you pre-move. I don't know why you pre-move, but whatever. And then this is just, look here, this evaluation says it's +24. So look, just don't push this. Just don't put. If you take anything away from this speed run, for the love of God, don't push the F pawn. All right. Anyway. I'm going to wrap it up. You all have a good night. See you all in the next video.